Did Kash Patel, the beleaguered FBI director, just lie to Congress under oath, committing a crime? Because he just told Congress, including Ted Lieu and others who are cross-examining him in the House Judiciary Committee segment of oversight over Kash Patel, he just said he can't release the Epstein files. The Epstein files he claimed yesterday to the Senate that he had not reviewed. He can't release the Epstein files because he's under court order not to do it. There are court orders not to do it. And I won't violate a court order by releasing the Epstein files. That's a lie. There are no court orders that prevent the release of the Epstein files. Quite the opposite. There are at least two federal judges in New York, Judge Berman and Judge Engelmeyer, who have effectively ordered that while the grand jury transcripts can't be released by them, that the public should look naturally to the Trump administration to release the files that Bill Barr, the former attorney general for Donald Trump, said in closed-door testimony, of course Pam Bondi can release. Now, Kash Patel is lying that he can't release them because of some sort of magical thinking court orders that don't exist. I cover it all right here, including, I guess, to celebrate a weird gift that came from the cosmos to celebrate our Legal AF 1-year anniversary or 1-year birthday today. Today, a Legal AF video, an interview with Michael Wolff that was conducted by our Court of History resident historians, Cindy Blumenthal and Sean Mullens, ended up on the big screen because Representative Ted Lieu used Michael Wolff's clip on Legal AF to cross-examine Kash Patel about what was or was not obtained by the FBI in a search warrant. Why weren't the naked photos of girls that Michael Wolff saw that were in the safe, why weren't they provided to the American people? And he used as a demonstrative a giant video of our Legal AF interview, the one conducted by Cindy and Sean. Oh, love every part of this. I'm Michael Popok. You're on Legal AF. Take a minute, hit the free subscribe button. Let's get into crack the knuckles and get into Kash Patel. Beleaguered, embattled Kash Patel. He of his own self-inflicted wounds. When you hollow out, turns out if you hollow out the FBI, you fire all of its leadership, you file the rank, you fire the file, you spread them all over the country, you're not prepared for the next terrorist attack or the next mass shooting or the next shooting of one of your own. And while he's answering for all of that and leaving America less secure, what is he doing? He's covering up for Donald Trump and the Epstein files. Let's get the timeline right. Kash Patel comes in. He's a right-wing MAGA podcaster who believes in all the conspiracies about Epstein. He gets into office. MAGA world and all goes crazy. QAnon world goes crazy. They've got a right-wing podcaster as the FBI. Yay! They're going to get to the bottom of all the conspiracy theories. And what happens? Kash Patel announces in February in a letter, we're not going to let any stone go unturned. We're not going to allow we're going to produce every scrap of documents about Jeffrey Epstein. Hooray, said the conspiracy crowd and others now. And that was in February. We're now in September and it hasn't been produced really at all. And we know why. But we also know from reporting that in March, right after they made that announcement, Pam Bondi ordered the FBI, which is under her direction, and Kash Patel to put, spare no expense, work double shifts, morning, noon, and night, review every scrap of paper about Jeffrey Epstein. And they did, including taking out markers and doing redaction. Then by May, within 2 months after that, she's briefing Donald Trump about what's in the Epstein files. We know that. It's never been refuted. That's the reporting. So by May, at least, everybody, DOJ and FBI, should know what's in the Epstein files. And yet, when he takes to the Senate yesterday, Kash Patel, he's asked a softball question by Senator Kennedy. I assume you've reviewed all of the, I sound like Foghorn Leghorn. I assume you've reviewed all of the Epstein files. Well, I haven't reviewed all of them. Let's play the clip.
I want to ask you about the Epstein files. Have you seen the Epstein files?
I have not reviewed the entirety of it myself, but a good amount.
So he comes to Congress without reviewing the Epstein files. That's either professional negligence or that's another lie under oath, which again, lying to Congress is a crime. Let me remind you, FBI Director Patel. So he lies about that. Then, in not knowing what's inside of the Epstein files, because he says he hasn't reviewed them, he's reviewed them enough to know that they don't implicate anybody but Jeffrey Epstein. Well, how do you know that if you haven't reviewed the files? Here's that clip.
You've seen most of the files. Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay. Now,
and that brings us to today. Now he goes, you already saw the clips. I did a video. You can watch it here on Legal AF about how he got grilled to within an inch of his life from Senators Booker and Klobuchar and Blumenthal and Schiff. Got into a shouting match with all of them. Now he goes today to the House. He fares no better. And Ted Lieu is ready for him, right? The staffers obviously thought it would be a good idea to lead into the cross-examination of Kash Patel by using a Legal AF interview video of Michael Wolff, the journalist. Play the clip.
Director Patel, for being here today. The FBI searched Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan residence, correct?
I believe that happened in 2018. I think there was 2 locations, sir.
It's 2019, and in that residence, the FBI found a safe, correct?
I don't have the catalog of evidence in front of me.
In that residence, the FBI found a safe, correct?
I'll accept your representation.
Okay. And in that safe, the FBI found topless and lewd photographs of girls, correct?
Again, sir, I'll accept your representation. I don't know.
Thank you. It was all over the media at the time. There's a New York Times article that says Jeffrey Epstein is indicted on sex charges as discovery of nude photos is disclosed, dated July 8th, 2019. And the Times reports a trove of lewd photographs of girls was discovered in a safe inside financier Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan mansion. Author Michael Wolff has conducted numerous interviews of Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to play for you a video clip of what Michael Wolff said Epstein told him was in the safe and what he showed the author was in this safe. So let's please play that clip now.
Elected. And I was sitting talking to Epstein, and he said, "Wait a minute, I got to show you something." And then he went into his safe, and he came out with photographs. They were Polaroids, I think, and he kind of spread them out like playing cards, and it was Trump. I mean, I think there were a dozen of them, and it was Trump with girls of an uncertain age at Epstein's Palm Beach house, where all of the things that he would ultimately be accused of took place. And I remember very vividly 3 of them. There are 2 in which Trump is, the girls, topless girls, are sitting on Trump's lap. And then a 3rd in which he has a stain on the front of his pants. And the girls are kind of pointing at it, sort of bent over, laughing.
So Director Patel, I'm going to ask you a very broad and general question. As you know, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were friends. There are, of course, photos showing Donald Trump together with Epstein, correct?
I don't have the entirety of the photographs, but I think they've been photographed in public together.
All right. Are there any photos showing Donald Trump with girls of an uncertain age?
No.
How do you know that?
Because that information would have been brought to light by multiple administrations and FBI investigators over the course of the last 20 years.
Well, you know what? That's just not true, because no one knew about the creepy birthday message that Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein until the Wall Street Journal disclosed it, and then all of a sudden, the Epstein estate provides it to Congress.
Well,
certainly, you weren't there at the search. You don't know what Epstein may or may not have done with those photographs even prior to the search. Maybe someone has it. Maybe the Epstein estate has it.
You raise a great point.
So I'm going to ask you, have you asked to talk to Michael Wolff?
You raise a great point. I haven't personally asked to talk to Michael Wolff.
Has the FBI asked?
But the FBI, I'll get back to you if the FBI specifically
so Michael Wolff has
ever.
About 100 hours of testimony of Jeffrey Epstein. Wouldn't it be good for the FBI to interview Michael Wolff?
I'm not saying they haven't. I just don't know.
Has FBI subpoenaed the tapes that Michael Wolff has conducted of Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't know.
All right, so if you could provide us an answer, that would be terrific.
Sure.
We made the big time on our 1 year birthday, everybody. Literally today, September 17th, last year, we formed the Legal AF YouTube channel, and now we're up in Congress on a big screen. Sometimes you report on the news. Sometimes you make the news. Sometimes you're in the news. All came together today with Ted Lieu. Get into that interview. And yes, we're popping champagne corks, so to speak, over that happening. Yeah. And I was talking to Sidney Blumenthal. I'm going to bring him on later today, maybe with Michael Wolff, to talk about this. He said basically it's all a testament to the audience. We don't build the audience. We don't have Legal AF the channel. Then I'm not able to bring on Sidney Blumenthal. Sidney Blumenthal is not able to bring on Michael Wolff because there's no channel to be brought on. This is like It's a Wonderful Life. There's no channel to be brought on for Michael to testify about and to give his interview to use against Kash Patel. There we are. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm just so glad that you are here with us, because without you, seriously, there's nothing. It's me, talking into a phony microphone every day. Is Kash Patel going to survive this? He's already lied about the court orders. He's already lied about the Epstein files. He can't be trusted. He's effectively lied to Congress, which is itself a crime. He bungled the Charlie Kirk manhunt. It wasn't a manhunt. It was a mom hunt. The mother brought the guy in, the suspect. And nobody believes that if the FBI left to its own devices, they'd be able to conduct that manhunt and capture the person if that person didn't want to be captured. No way. We're not safe today. We're not safer today than we were 11 months ago because Donald Trump's in office, surrounded by his Keystone cops of Kash Patel and Kristi Noem and Tulsi Gabbard and Pete Hegseth and Pam Bondi. Are you serious? I joked recently that if you were putting together a study group in college, you wouldn't have any of these people in your study group, would you? Let alone on the hands of power, on the levers of power. So we'll continue to hold them accountable. And sometimes I'll be able to report that Legal AF showed up in the news, which is, again, a compliment and a testament to each and every one of you. So until my next report, take a minute. Be here now. Be with our community now more than ever. We need you. Hit the free subscribe button, slide over to Legal AF Substack, and do the exact same thing. And consider becoming a paid member as well. So until my next report, I'm a very happy Michael Popok. I'm Michael Popok, and I got some big news for our audience. Most of you know me as the co-founder of Midas Touch's Legal AF and the Legal AF YouTube channel, or as a 35-year national trial lawyer. Now, building on what we started together on Legal AF, I've launched a new law firm, the Popok Firm, dedicated to obtaining justice through compassionate and zealous legal representation. At the Popok Firm, we are focused on obtaining justice for those who have been injured or damaged by a life-altering event by securing the highest dollar recoveries. I've been tirelessly fighting for justice for the last 35 years, so my own law firm organically building on my Legal AF work just feels right. And I've handpicked a team of top-tier trial fighters and settlement experts throughout all 50 states known as big auto injury attorneys who have the know-how to beat heartless insurance companies, corporations, government entities, and their attorneys. Big Auto's attorneys working with my firm are rock stars in their respective states and collectively responsible for billions of dollars in recoveries. So if you or a loved one have been on the wrong side of a catastrophic auto, motor vehicle, rideshare, or truck accident, suffered a personal injury, or been the victim of medical malpractice, employment harassment or discrimination, or suffered a violation of your civil and constitutional rights, then contact the Popok Firm today at 1-877-POPOK-AF or by visiting my website at www.thepopokfirm.com and fill out a free case evaluation form. And if we determine that you have a case and you sign with us, we don't get paid unless you do. The Popok Firm, fighting for your justice every step of the way.